Title: Aus Prime Minister drops some heavy truth bombs. US-China cold vibes could cause global heartbreak. TLDR: the globe could be gearing up for a tear-jerking breakup saga, with Aus Prime Minister Anthony Albanese flagging potential devastating consequences if the US-China relationship deteriorates further. He's advocating for more DMs between the two superpowers amidst a rather frosty atmosphere. Is this the political version of couples therapy? Amidst the glamour and gravitas of the 20th Shangri-La dialogue in Singapore, the Aussie Prime Minister Anthony Albanese offered some sobering food for thought. He urged for increased communication between the United States and China, likening the current scenario to a high-stakes game of Risk, but with real, worldwide consequences. Picture this: you're at a party. The US and China are on opposite sides of the room. The tension is palpable, like a raw nerve. They're not speaking. Their relationship is colder than the Antarctic, and they're at odds over everything from the sovereignty of Taiwan to cyber espionage and territorial disputes in the South China Sea. You can feel the chill from the other side of the room. Here comes our mate, Anthony Albanese. He's the friend who sees the impending disaster and decides to intervene. He reckons the consequences of this frigid silence could be devastating. And the dude is advocating for more dialogue, because sometimes the hardest conversations are the most important ones, right? Throwing his support behind US President Joe Biden, the Aussie PM seems to be encouraging the statesman to slide into China's DMs and kickstart those tough discussions. We all know it's not about who's right or wrong, but about finding a common ground, right? So, why should it be any different on the world stage? But seriously, as we stand at the edge of this frosty precipice, we've got to ask ourselves, is this Cold War the new normal? Or is there still hope for a thaw in relations? After all, the world is watching, waiting, hoping. Is this icy standoff going to crack open a Pandora's box of global woes, or could we possibly work towards a warmer, more cooperative future? The stakes are high, and the world's fate seems to hang in the balance. It's like a soap opera, but with nukes. So, we throw it to you, dear readers. What do you think about Albanese's call for more engagement? Is it high time for the US and China to bury the hatchet and shake hands, or is the icy standoff a new geopolitical reality we have to deal with? And most importantly, who should make the first move in this global game of chess? Your move. Disclaimer: this article is not intended to provide any type of advice. It's just an engaging conversation about a pretty major global issue. For advice on such matters, please consult with an appropriate professional. This is not a recommendation or the thoughts of Turned Up News.